Always wanted to do that. Good morning, LA pipe smoker, coming at you through the internet waves from Los Angeles. Nice, pleasant 58 degrees out today. A few clouds in the sky, but things are fairly sunny. Certainly don't have anything to complain about in terms of the weather this winter compared to my friends back east and in the Midwest as well, and even in the South this year. Been quite a stormy winter, but spring has sprung upon us, and I'm smoking my Sherlock Holmes Mycroft. You can see the little profile of Sherlock Holmes in the silver band. That's a neat little smoker, and in it, I'm smoking my best brown flake. Well, not mine, but Samuel Gowith's. Give you a shot of that. Pure Virginia flake. It's really good. Nice morning smoke. Really like the Pure Virginias for a nice morning smoke. And along with that, of course, my complimentary cup of coffee. All right, well, I guess it's not really complimentary. I got to buy it, but just pretend like it is complimentary. I'm at some faraway exotic location, my kitchen. All right, so today's video. As you know, I don't do a lot of VRs, but from time to time I like to do a VR to support a brand new pipe smoker. And this one, whose name is Shane, Tabacyman 0072, is an absolute delight. I really have enjoyed visiting his channel and watching his videos. He has his 100 sub giveaway and has asked us to do 5 things as part of the giveaway. All right, so the first one is, what got me into pipe smoking? Well, I worked in a drugstore as a teenager, and remember smelling the beautiful aroma of the racks of tobacco, pipe tobacco, and also the associated memories of my father smoking. And we actually sold some pipes in the drugstore. So that combination led me to buying my first pipe and to taking up pipe smoking. I think I was either 16 or 17. I might have even been 18. I just cannot remember my exact age. I know I was working in the drugstore between 16 and 18. So if that gives you an idea. The second question was, what was my first pipe tobacco? Well, let me show you. This was my first pipe tobacco. I mean, you know, not this particular bag, but this brand, Captain Black Gold. And, you know, over-the-counter aromatics seem to promise more than they deliver, was my experience. And I'll tell you a little bit why. To smell them, even through the package, it just promised this nirvana smoke, you know, this incredible experience. And then you go to actually smoking it. Of course, I was smoking it in a way that probably wasn't very helpful. I mean, I jammed the tobacco in there and I kept lighting it and lighting it. It was more like a forge than a pipe bowl. And as a result, I got gurgle, I got tongue bite. It felt like somebody was in there sanding my tongue. But I was determined to finish that bowl of tobacco. Well, you know, it's an amazing thing that my pipe didn't simply burn through the bottom. It was so hot I couldn't even touch the pipe. And so that was my first brand of tobacco. And I stuck with it for probably a year or so. smoking outside in the fields near my house. I don't think my folks really approved, but apparently they didn't completely prohibit it, which is really strange. I have to ask my mom about that. I know because I just recently saw a picture of my room when I was a kid, and I noticed that on my desk was a pipe resting in a pipe holder. That was my first pipe. I couldn't make out too much detail, but it was a bent shape, and I remember that. But I thought it was black, and it wasn't black. It was natural colored. So, and I'm pretty sure I bought it at the drugstore rather than at the tinderbox. So, at any rate, that was my first pipe and my first pipe tobacco and what got me into it. The next one was my favorite accessory. Well, I guess my favorite accessory is my pipe tamper. It was relatively cheap, and it does the job very well. It also has these little tools that come out. This is great for kind of taking out the cake in my meerschaum pipe, and I use this many times to kind of loosen up the tobacco if it seems to be kind of congealing or not working out. If my smoking through the draft hole becomes impeded, try this. You notice I'm putting this down on the far side of my pipe onto the stem side. Just push it all the way down, and very often that'll clear the air hole and create a space for the combustion to continue. So anyway, that's what I do, and it works for me for the most part. There's a shout out component to this video as well, and that's the fifth thing. And the shout out that I would like to give to today is from the YouTube channel, The Man of York. And it's Martin, and he, I think, is a historian, or certainly is interested in history. And his idea is to take us along to various locations, I guess in York and around the UK, that have some historical interest for him. He may be an archaeologist, I don't know, but I do know, based on his introduction, that he enjoys participating in historical reenactments. And that would really be fun to see. He's a delightful person, and I really look forward to seeing more about his videos. I haven't done a VR for the Happy-Go-Lucky Piper. I think I've probably passed the deadline for this, but I think his VR was to come up with a motto for the YTPC. And I ran across a quotation from Meryl Streep. Let's see if I can find it. Ah, yes. And as you know, being a pipe smoker, and especially a pipe smoker who's watching on the YTPC, there's a great deal of listening involved. And if you're anything like me, listening isn't really your strong suit. I wish it was, and I'm really trying to grow and become a better listener. But viewing the YTPC presenters has helped me, I think, become a little bit more of a patient listener. At any rate, back to point on the motto, Meryl Streep said this: grace, respect, and reserve, and empathetic listening are qualities sorely missed from the public discourse now. And I would have to agree, and I think it's what has drawn me so much to the YTPC, first as a watcher, I don't like the term lurker, and then as a presenter. Everybody, watchers and presenters, are all part of the YTPC. Listening is an active part. Even if you don't leave a comment, the fact that you were here, that you were listening, that you were thinking, is a type of communion. And so I thought for the motto for the YTPC, maybe something like this. What do you think? Grace, respect, reserve, and empathetic listening, one bowl at a time. Hope you enjoyed stopping by. Thank you for your time and your kind comments, and happy pipe smoking.